Alright, so it has been a minute. Hopefully you can hear me over the exhaust of the SR. Let me walk over here, maybe it'll be a little bit quieter. Haven't ran the car in like 2 weeks or so I'm just trying to let it get to operating temp at least once in a while. Waiting on, for that car, waiting on front fenders, and then you put the kit back on, get it all situated, get it aligned, and then that car is good to go. I mean, it's drivable now. I just don't like to drive it looking like that. So trying to get that sorted. But yeah, it hasn't been a minute since I've made a video, or it has been a minute since I've made a video. So kind of give you an update on all the cars and go from there, and hopefully I can start uploading a little more regularly. Alright, so before I show the new intercooler setup thing, I didn't do this on purpose with the couplers. Alright, so before I turn it off, I'll show you guys what it sounds like now. It's a little obnoxious. Absolutely ridiculous. I had blue couplers. The blue ones just ended up on the cold side, and the red ones just ended up on the hot side. Whatever. But the intercooler setup I have now, mid-mount setup, straight from the throttle body there over to the turbo, and just kind of cuts down on, I mean, tubing by probably half the amount instead of having to go all the way down there. So the turbo definitely spools a little faster. That's the most noticeable thing. And then it came with a Blitz blow-off valve, which, as you heard, is just absolutely obnoxious, but I like it. As far as this car goes, new coilovers, new wheels. I don't know if these were on here in the last video, but like I always say, everybody that watches these videos is friends with me on Facebook or follows me on Instagram or something, so you guys have already all seen this stuff. But wheels, coilovers, lug nuts, which who the hell cares. What else? Headlight setup is relatively new. I don't know if that was in one of the last videos. Intake was shortened, so you can have the turbo a little better. Different modded knuckles since I broke the last ones. The new Indigo Garage harnesses, or not new, but newer version since prototyping. Interior is pretty much the same. Shift knobs been the same, I think. Still have the same gauge setup, obviously. What else? Yeah, I think that's it. Oh, I did, which also not very exciting, but moved the battery. Oh my gosh, it ripped. I just noticed that. Huh. Well, guess I'll be going to AutoZone to buy another one of those. Or maybe just get a metal one since I have the little brackets now, but whatever. But yeah. So like I said, with the S13, just waiting on front fenders, and then once we have those, then I can get the alignment done. Because the plus 55s were working, but I had to have just a ridiculous amount of camber. I'm talking like negative 13, I think is what it was at, to get them to fit, and it still rubbed a little bit. And yeah, I think that's it for that car. And on to the Trans Am, which, if some of you don't know, I've had this car since I was 14, so about 10, 11 years now. The paint has always been pretty ass like this, but it's definitely gotten worse. Looks much worse on camera, but just a little bit of surface rust on the hood, a little like sticky stuff on the side, residue. Put the wheels on this car that were on the S13 for a while, put them on this one with some spacers to make them fit a little better, because otherwise they would be super sunk, but got the fitment pretty well on these. Not a stupid amount of camber in the front. Yeah, this car's pretty much remained the same, just because it works and it runs the way it does. But for this car, have some bigger plans, I guess. I mean, the S13's already kind of had its engine swap, so I keep playing with the idea of a 1J, but that's not going to happen. I don't need to. The SR runs great, and it's been great, so. Oh, the S13 also has a 4.9 rear differential now, which was one of the other things I just recently did. But yeah, for the Trans Am, got this in the works. Have some new heads and cam down there that I need to get remachined and just checked all over. This will basically just be a stock rebuild, just so I can kind of get it in the car, get it running, get all the bugs shaken out and all that, and then eventually going to do a rear mount turbo setup. This big guy back here, next to all my blown T25 turbos. That one back there is going to end up on the Trans Am with that engine, the rear mount setup. Make power on these with that turbo and the LS, it really doesn't need that much boost. It's only going to be seeing maybe 6, 7, 8 pounds, maybe 10 if I'm feeling, you know, reckless. But the LS, it's not actually an LS, it's an LR4, it's a 4.8, but those love boost because of the iron block and just the way everything else is set up. I don't remember the exact specifics, I'm just kind of breezing through everything. But it'll probably make, I'm hoping, at least 400 horsepower, if not a little bit more on a good tune. But that's kind of the long-term plans for that. I haven't decided whether I want to do CD009 or T56 trans on this. Everybody makes adapter kits for everything, so it'll honestly just come down to what's available when I go to buy it. But the newest edition, which may come as a surprise to some people, and to some people not at all, a Miata as my new daily driver. These wheels are absolutely atrocious. They will be the next thing to go. But I had to do a lot of de-ghettoifying to this car, if you will. The motors don't work for the windows. Put a different steering wheel in there. And then I had to take the center console thing that they had on there with some like diamond steel plate stuff, and it was just absolutely gross. Need a gauge hood, need the tombstone over there. I'm gonna see if I can rework the dash to make it look a little nicer. These seats need to go because they're just gross. The tan carpet's not too bad. The tan top is seeing better days, but it seems watertight, at least for now, so that'll be okay. Eventually get a hard top. But this will end up just being coilovers, wheels, and done. Honestly, it's just a daily little project, and the paint's decent enough. It probably needs a correction, but definitely a good starting point. Don't really know what else to say about this thing. But yeah, if some people remember, I just barely remembered that I had them on that car. The wheels that were on my red and white EF, which was a fucking dumpster fire, I still have. And these are 15x8 plus 15, if I remember correctly. They're pretty rough, as you can see, with the curb rash all the way around, but they are already here, and they'll work, and they'll fit the car great. So those with some new tires, some Toyo T1Rs, the 195 45 15s on those, and then some cheap coilovers, just because the car's got 200,000 miles, so the suspension is very, very worn out and very dusty. But yeah, that's kind of an update on everything, and I guess I'll just try to upload a little more regularly from now on. I do tend to forget about the whole video thing, just because I have a lot going on as far as, you know, working and making my own money. Never really ever looked to making videos as a money thing. That'd be cool, but I don't think it's ever gonna happen, just because my heart's not in it, but whatever. It's more for documentation purposes. More than a couple people have said they like watching the videos and my cars and the updates and stuff, so definitely stay tuned for more stuff, because lots more to do on these turds. For those that don't know, I actually moved to Scottsdale, Arizona, Phoenix area, about 6 months ago now, but I think it's been long since I made a video. But yeah, so thanks for watching.